Certified Shooterz.
So we got Certified Shooter, Hip Hop is Real. We got the man, Mr. Boogie Dance on him, Delonte West. How you feeling, my brother?
It's the first real life. You know what I'm saying? This might be the first sip of water I've had since February. So I don't drink water, so it's a special occasion. So I just been reborn.
Right. Oh.
So I'm only about 36 years old. By the powers of God, and I've just baptized myself. So I just been reborn. So
wow,
that's the name. I was going by Boogie Slide on him, but the legend is going by my true identity, Tony Sweatpants.
Where are you from originally, though?
From the
DMV.
What do you know? There ain't it all the same.
I mean, certain people may be like, yo, that's DC, or that's Maryland, or that's Virginia. Like, you know how they try to segregate it and stuff. But shoot, like, what inspired you to become a basketball player, though?
Glad you said that. That kind of ties in with the last question was asked about where exactly am I from. Growing up in this area, where the nation's capital at.
Yeah.
The top city of the whole world, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. That's, you talking about Masons, you going back to history, George Washington and beyond that. The Potomac River, that's where Pocahontas and John Smith came from Alexandria and went right over to Fort Washington and got Pocahontas. That's one of the Great Lakes. This might be, I'm going to tell you this, man, I ain't going to tell nobody. The Potomac River in Maryland and Virginia, D.C., is where the Garden of Eden was at.
Right.
So there's a lot of stars that's born around the water. I don't know what it is, the crab legs. I don't know what's going on. So all I know is that coming up out this area, you get to move around a lot. A lot of parents was in the government, stuff like that, in our age range, and it's coming out of the 70s, 80s, 90s. So therefore, a lot of parents moved around a lot. And it's, so you live in almost every area of Washington, D.C., every area of PG County, all up and down, from Route 1, from Alexandria all the way up to Richmond, and then you're only one exit away, so you just end up knowing everybody from moving around up and down 495. You end up knowing everybody in every apartment complex. And go down in the apartment complex, throwback football. Saying, how can you not join them? It's like the World Games, the Olympics, the apartment complexes, man. You get legendary. Your name get known just from like, man, I know youngin' with the red bush. I seen him, he lived around my way one time.
Yeah.
And you meet everybody at the basketball court.
Right.
So just coming up in that era, basketball was huge with the emergence of Michael Jordan and then bias. And therefore, everything was basketball. Basketball in the apartment complex. So how could you not love this shit? And I'm glad we riding in the complex right now because in between the lines, I'm a therapist coach for high profile, highly intelligent geniuses at their cerebral craft of the martial arts of playing sports of the body language. Therefore, as the quarterback of the team, I make sure my wide receiver in his proper position to glide for the touchdown at all times to win the game. I enjoy every aspect of the game. From this, I'm trying to be politically correct as I can, because I got water in my hand. I was supposed to be the next young phenom head coach in the NBA. I put my time in as a scout for the Boston Celtics for 3 seasons. Mm-hmm. I scouted for the Mavericks while in rehabilitation therapy for a year. I was in church every Sunday, Life Church, and Bible study on Wednesdays, all that shit, man. Some people, man, God brought me through poverty to fame and fortune. And then he brought me through fame and fortune and fornication at the highest level.
Yo,
You want to know what playing the NBA was about?
yeah, what? That was my next question.
That to bring me back to church and rehabilitation, to where sometimes when you're in that lifestyle, you might not notice, and not just for somebody playing pro sports, for any young adult who have any type of income, even an allowance coming in, somebody's gonna find a way to grab you what is coveted in the Bible: a glass of wine, a joint, a drug, whatever. To each his own. If you judge the next person's choice of wine, you're making a mockery of yourself. But everything in moderation. With all that being said, you apply all that you observe and you take in from your elders, and there's, the strength stories of, what goes around out your project window. You ball that up and you hit them with like a street fighter, like you get. And you burst on the motherfucking scene like Raiden.
Yeah.
Slide on them like Sub-Zero, boogie slide on them. You feel me? And then if that game, what I was saying, elevated you and took you to a higher level, then you understand why I'm trying to take you up on the stairway to heaven. For, I ain't growling, I'm mellow. For be more, I need to be more. I need to be more myself. We from DMV. That's Maryland too. So I'm like the lion sitting at the gates of heaven, the one that's mellow, not the one that's growling.
Not to cut you off, my brother, but let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Like, who was your favorite basketball player growing up though?
My dad.
Oh yeah? Your dad played? Your daddy played?
It's a long story. My dad ain't talking. We ain't talking to him for 4 years. We argued about a Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? It was a 6'3". Gangsta white wall, flat flats. Same joint here in Scarface. This shit was burgundy with the can with all white top. This was a bad motherfucker. We had to sell that bitch because they took everything back from us when they said I had an affair with LeBron James' mama. And that is my auntie Gloria. And her and my mother is best friends, and they eat crabs and smoke cigarettes together. Now, what the fuck? Did somebody decide to throw that out there? Not saying I'm not world star hip hop. I'm saying his name is so big,
Right.
that everybody put the keys on the table. Everything got to go back. It's time to stop, drop, and roll. Lay all the sheets. Stop what you're doing. Lay all the sheets out. Put everything inside them and roll them up, and let's go. Sport that up because I know that for how much I can still continue and haven't been able to contribute to the sports world at the highest level, and the knowledge and the knowledge and the love to share and be able to contribute to the game and the sports world in a major way, as I did playing. My greatest assets have been overshadowed by my financial situation. Therefore, it's been publicized that,
Yeah.
damn D teaching all the young, he teach all the youngest how to play basketball with a motherfucking bear can inside the parking lot, inside the lines. Show them how to do it. Jump over 2 lines, only step to the side, not step back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they want to catch me soon. I'm walking to the medium strip because my kids call and say, "Hey, Dad, my mama said to call you and see if can we get a game on the Apple Tunes. It's only $9.99.
Yeah. On iTunes.
So, at what point do playing in the NBA before got to do anything with all that affecting being able to take care of my children at a time when everything was taken from me when they were born? So therefore,
Wow.
you work that hard to do any job to see your Mio and your Mia, your Bambino, your mom, your Margarita, Princess Benita, angel of man, your daughter, your Mia. You ain't that, you ain't got shit. You ain't got a jersey to show them.
Right.
You ain't got $1 to get nothing for them.
Right.
So, therefore, 7, 8 years later, I'm still asking questions every day. Not about, man, how was it to play? Or, man, what did you do to get there? Or, hey, man, nice to meet you. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to buy Pampers. I'm at the point where if my kid, if I was panhandling with my kid to get Pampers, and 5 on the week, you know what I'm saying? I need $5 more too, plus Pampers. And that was 7, 8 years ago. I'm still doing that, you know? My kids are 7 and 8. And they just took my kids from me again. Because, to me, that 8 years later, it's beyond motherfucking gut turning pain. Like, damn, I can't give my kids a Slurpee once again, 8 years in a row.
What happened? Like, how come did you lose it all? Like, you know, you went from making millions.
Man, I suffer, man. I fight, man. So there's no sympathy for me, because I suffer with mental health. My mind has slipped for you. Here I'm talking. You already see I'm at the moon. I ain't even came down. Then I came down in your car, and then the fantastic aroma mixed in with the deer pop.
Mm-hmm.
Life came down from the moon. I've been up for the last 2 weeks. I landed in a motherfucking spaceship. And all this shit is fresh vanilla up in this motherfucker. Trust me, this is a bad motherfucker right with that big boy screaming and all that shit up in here. Oh my God. This shit fly as shit. Thank you for having me in the well.
Nah, man.
Everything you, man. On John David, the opportunity to chit-chat it up. Understand, how can I be the quarterback? How can I be the point guard and the heart to be the preacher with gladiators like Shaq and LeBron, Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and all them in the same locker room at one time, and Durant, and LeBron, and all them, like, D, what we gonna do? So therefore, what I was saying, it might have took a long time to get there, but you see what I'm saying? Right. If I'm supposed to have my head coaching job, and this season coming up, or the next season coming soon, because I'm top qualified. I'm one of the top of my class qualified for that type of position. Mm-hmm. And literally be a phenom. Like, man, look at the run he had, the teams he had. Mm-hmm. Because the shit I was just saying might register to a motherfucker that they can see himself past the motherfucking moon. You ain't just staring at the stars. You God, son. So I mean, you're God. The stars look at you sometimes. You gotta have balance. You know what I'm saying? It's a little time for bouncing your toes. Like Cat say you float like a butterfly. Say you like float, say I'm the best to do that, motherfucker. Sometimes say, man, in life I'm like, hoorah, we about to beat the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry is not going to shoot a 3 on me from full court. Yeah, come on team, let's go. Halftime. Steph Curry got 48. Man, we got still a whole nother half to go.
Yeah.
So you gonna come out into the game thinking or saying they better than us. You gonna understand we the best. So I gotta coach the mind and the body of follow.
I saw an interview where you said, like, you know, you was better than LeBron. I saw that.
Next to Tony, you know the legend of Tony Sweatpants? You heard the legend of the GOAT. That's my man. You know what I'm saying? We do the thing, the GOAT. But have you heard the legend of Tony Sweatpants?
Nah, I never heard of it.
Right now, I got on 4 pair of shorts and 2 pair of drawers. These Tony Sweatpants, they used to call me, man, that's my real name on the court. See, that's the mystery of the ninja. I was there, so I was so much there before you realize I wasn't even there.
What?
You think I ain't finna motherfucking put some duct tape on that and get back out there in the second quarter and finish trying to get my best guard option, show my team why I deserve $1 million for 15 minutes. You think I ain't about to wrap this motherfucker up with duct tape? And when you physically want to battle for yours, we played 2 guard fronts. Jameer Nelson and I, then Paul Pierce and I, then Kevin Durant and I, and then LeBron and I, then back to the big 3 in Boston. Then I played with the first it was with Gary Payton too in Boston. Then I ended off with Jason Kidd and playing with Dirk Nowitzki after they won their championship.
Yeah.
So it's 2, you got to hold this side of the floor, I got this side of the floor. Right? You get what I'm saying? I'm balancing out what you do on that side of the floor. So sometimes less is best when you being your assistant pimp. There's a little ad-libbing, but doing it with such finesse, it balance out the whole flow. So how can I not have a mind to elevate a talent, a worldly athletic talent that can command money to perform at a high level efficiently, to know that less is best in the martial arts of the bro of the open toe, the loose with the comfortable toes.
Let me ask you this. Out of all the basketball players that you played with, which one was your favorite one to play with?
Every one of them. And that's the thing about the game. You have to love the game. Love every aspect of it. You should love some people don't love the competition. They get, people find all type of ways to make this show. Get enough extra oomph to outrun your opponent. But the love of the game, you love the competition. So the game becomes cerebral when 2 players are just giftedly, physically wise, fast, and jump about the same height. You see what I'm saying? So how you outthink a nigga like somebody like that? First of all, you gotta be able to hit them first and foremost. Wherever you catch it, you should be able to catch it. You should already did your work. So whenever you do catch it, you should be able to shoot it from wherever you catch it. So now that you got him in your trick bag, what's the next thing to do? Either he gonna jump or he ain't. If he ain't, there's a good shot for you and your team. If he do jump, you better hit him with the Paul Pierce pump fake.
Have you watched some of the newer cats that's coming out, like John Morant? Have you watched them?
I tell you what, the game is so what's the moment, the game. That's the most beautiful thing about basketball, is that your spin move was different than Iverson's spin move. They were similar, but the way you did it was different than the way he did it. So it makes what you do amazing too. So the game is so evolving that the jump shot was so lost in the athleticism of current players. Jump shot wasn't nothing. It was about the dunk. Now, Steph Curry and a few players have taken the game, evolved it back to whereas who can shoot like Steph Curry now? Who can pull up that deep? So the game been about, damn, yeah, the dunk cool, but shit, look at Young and shoot that ball. But guess what? John Morant, he ain't jumping from the 3-point line. He ain't jumping from the foul line. But the way his style of dunking the ball has brought the motherfucking game back to the dunk of the motherfucking ball. He has been on real life. His display of entertainment and fun while attacking the rim sometimes, when he jumped and conked that ball back, cuffed that bitch, lean with that hoe.
Yeah.
Young fella, man, he bites just real life. Man, I'm talking like an old veteran, a coach in the game. That young fella has brought the love of the dunk back since damn near almost Jordan. I mean, he you know what I mean? Not dunked that plenty of people done done before. But he lean that joint a certain type of way, the way he do it. He cuffed that whole like that joint up in the bike, but you know, he put everything in one pot.
Right.
That's all I can say. So you see how the game just keep going. So that's the only advice I can give is to, it don't matter what he doing, no matter what so what he had 50. You're just running up and down the court, alertness to be where you're supposed to be. And always in position ahead of step to help your teammates. You ain't gotta score a point. You might be the reason you won the game.
Right.
No matter if your opponent had 50 points can't win the game. So what happens if he get 50 and everybody else can't make the ball because we just making him shoot because he really want to shoot it. We just make it so he can't pass the ball for nobody else. Or if he got 50, the other team had 120. So this way you gotta think of when you get to the pro level, you gotta be thinking of the game in different ways other than, you know what I mean, to maximize your profits at the end of the day, because they getting billions. You better be sure that it's known and seen what you contribute for 10 minutes is worth 100 million.
Right.
Now, my toe is broke, and you think I'm gonna walk around and I got to carry this just like if I broke my toe in a game? And the coach is like, oh shit, so you gonna be out at least 2-3 weeks? Oh shit, by then somebody probably gonna take your spot.
It was like that?
No, I'm just saying that's real life though.
Dang.
So you should be thinking too, the moment you decide to ride a motorcycle or anything that can or to jump off the diving board, knowing that it can sprain your ankle. And if you just jam your fingernail just a little bit, man, you might miss your 3-pointer.
Right.
And if you're getting paid 150 million, you're getting paid 80 million, ain't nobody trying to hit. You and your wife was arguing, and she took the crab leg and smacked you in the back of your head, and then you got a migraine. Therefore, you don't know if you want to be able to play on Christmas night against the Lakers. You think the owner them trying to hit that shit? They do. They let you hit that shit. But you better make that shit up. You better do something so fantastic that they know you ain't the reason they lost on Los Angeles on Christmas night.
Speaking of business, not to cut you off, but how do you feel about Mark Cuban?
Man, it's a great leader, man. He cares a lot about, the game of basketball and helping people in general. You're not only growing to know the person and the man, he goes out his way to help out the community, help out in politics. They help Shark Tank, help out young entrepreneurs get their businesses off the ground, help with athletes, with sober living, from stepping away from the party once careers are over, because you gotta start thinking about family and being home. You don't have no reason to go to state to state to state anymore. So why keep doing it? Eventually, you keep going to the gambling spot. Eventually, you're gonna place it back. You keep going to where you could possibly have run into an affair. Something like that, things can go the way love goes. You might be sitting outside, walking on the side of the highway because you and your wife were arguing because, y'all was at Olive Garden and you ate all the breadsticks. So she took some salad and plucked it at you and gave you your eye. And so you walked home. But you're a pro athlete. And you got small shoes because your toe broke like I broke my shit today. Then you limping. You walk down the side of the highway. Somebody pull up with your camera and say, ain't you motherfucking Kenneth? Get that goddamn camera on my face. My toe hurt. I'm walking. I don't know where my wife is. Then you on TMZ yelling at the camera saying you better than LeBron James. You see how they go?
Yeah, I see.
These goddamn guys, I can't go to jail tonight. Nigga, man, you know what? Fuck that. Nigga, y'all arresting me because you got some dumb boots on. Nigga, I'm better than Jordan. You feel me? That's how I'm going with it. Fuck it. Y'all gonna tase me? Alright. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, me and Jesus, matter of fact, me and Jesus used to play handball on the yard. Damn Lord. And that's how that story went. And if I gotta get mental health from getting locked up and I was almost to West Palm Beach, I was about a mile away.
Yeah.
I had a big bottle of Amsterdam. I had about $2,800 in my pocket, just left rehab, and I know where to go. You gotta lock me up on a Friday night at 11:30, right before I got to West Palm Beach. Man, fuck this shit. Nigga, I'm say anything.
Yeah.
Fuck everything and everyone. Nigga, if y'all gonna put me on the camera, let me just start by saying, fuck everything. I ain't fucking, you gonna take me to jail. You gonna take my bottle of Amsterdam, take my money out of my pocket. Oh, y'all some dirty motherfuckers. And that's how that story went. But if somebody else wanted to tell it, that's what they said. You heard what I said.
One last question I wanted to ask you though before we get up out of this joint. So you're supposed to be part of the Big 3. Whatever happened to that though? Because I was really looking forward to that though.
I missed my flight. I had some loyalty, some obligations, my word. That cost me, because I'm sitting in front of 7-Eleven trying to figure out how I'm going to even get to the, and how I'm going to catch the bus to even get there. Where am I supposed to be? How am I going to get to the airport? I don't got no money to get on the bus. And then it came to my neighbor asked me to bust a swerve right fast that was important. That only took 5 minutes to, whereas I missed my flight. And therefore, when I have an opportunity as a man between homes, panhandling, sleeping on homeless shelters, waiting and praying for a blessing like this to come my way, that I should have been more responsible enough.
Yeah.
If I'd have broken toe or not to, and I know that to take this opportunity. Any means necessary, get on that flight to Vegas for the combine, and that's what happened. And I missed out on, $200,000, which I'm about to go right back in front of 7-Eleven and panhandle with a broken toe.
Well, I gave you a bag, so.
No, I'm fine. Man, you gave me my bag.
I gave you a
I
bag.
get a new toe.
I gave you a bag.
I'm getting that right here too, yeah.
Gee, I got you, man.
Yeah.
Yo, man, sign us out.
Can I say something cool? Damn.
Yeah, sign us out, man. Hip hop is real.
Hip hop is real. You with your boy Tony Sweatpants, the legend, one and only. I boogie slide on him. Just know, at one time I went to the course, I had them 16 pair of sweatpants, 27 pair of slouch socks, size 12 pair of phone posits, and I wear size 15. So you do the